Hi guys. A few things. First things first, you're probably like, you look good. Yeah, I feel like fucking garbage, and I'll preface with a warning. Fuck yourself. I'm about to talk about my period for a second. I'm on my period. And I'm 31. So I've had my period every month since I was 13. I still have periods. I have never had cramps as bad as I had them this morning, which is weird because it's day 3 and usually it doesn't happen like that. But yeah, I'm gonna overshare. Here it goes. I spent like an hour and 45 minutes ish on the toilet because it was the only position that was comfortable for me. Thank goodness my roommates have a squatty potty, so I took it, and like this is getting really descriptive. I had the heating pad, but I feel like fucking shit right now. You might be able to hear the fan in the background too. Libby, you might not be so hot if you weren't wearing a sweatshirt and sitting under a weighted blanket, but it's just the only thing that feels good right now. I'm probably gonna edit this video and be like, girl, but I can't. So, because I filmed the other day, but I filmed in my car, so you're welcome for not sharing that with you. And I tried to edit it, and I was like, girl, no, you fucking look like just no one wants to see that. So, come in. I'll edit it out.
That's water.
Okay, thank you. Does it look filmed?
Your drink. Yep.
Is it crooked? Okay. Don't touch it!
Sorry.
Just stop. Just back away with your monkey paws.
Wait.
You're such a tool. Just stop.
Sorry.
Just stop. Don't touch things. Sean, why? I had it blowing nicely on me. What do you do? I don't care. They can suck my dick if they can hear it. I'm hot.
Yeah?
Yes. So I wanted to film, but last week we were getting ready for an appraisal. So I was busy. I'll give you a little bit of backstory. I'm trying to like, how much do I share without like, no one fucking cares. Long story short, my therapist, she is still in school, and so she has to like practice under like a licensed psychologist or something to that effect. And a couple of weeks ago, she was telling me how she was going to move practices to one closer to her home. And she was like, I can recommend someone here for you, or if you want to drive to this city, like you can. And I was like, yeah, I'll drive to the city. I came home and told Sean that night. I was like, she could have told me she was moving to Grand Rapids, which is other side of the state for people not from Michigan. And I was like, I would have gone down to once a month, but I would have like gone over there once a month, stayed the night in a hotel, and like, you know, that's how much I like my therapist. That was the plan. So this last Thursday was my last visit in this office, and when I walked in, you know when you can tell someone has to tell you something you don't want to hear? That's what happened. So she was like, so, like what? And long story short, she's basically going to take a year off. And so I have to find another therapist. And I've been seeing my therapist for almost 3 years. And I've been going to her since 3 years ago. Since, I don't even know why did I start that sentence? I believe there's a thing called period brain. Like, you know, people have like pregnancy brain, they can't remember shit. I feel like it's the same thing. This video brought to you by the letter P for period. It doesn't help that I'm on my period. My therapist has been there with me through a lot of really hard stuff. I don't have Kleenex, so I'm just gonna use my sleeves that are covered in dog hair so that I don't have dog hair on my face. This is like the weirdest loss I think I've ever had. Because it's like losing a friend. I do look at her as a friend. Yes, she's a friend I pay. But like I do look at her that way. That's how I talk to her. Similar in age, and I talk to her like a friend. And because she's a paid therapist, like because part of her job is to keep my secrets, you know, she's a friend that... This is gonna sound shitty because I have good friends, but it's just like she's a friend I've never had to explain what anxiety is like, and that I've... Okay, like, just let them fall, right, Libby? It's just they tickle. She's a friend I don't have to explain what anxiety is to, or... I just feel shitty saying that. Because it's not like... Oh god, this video sucks. Like, I'm annoyed with myself. Because I have this urge to be like, I love my friends are great, and it's not that I don't trust my friends. It's not actually, but it's that I have had some really shitty friends who have taken things that I've told them and hurt me with them. And so what my therapist has been is someone that I knew that would never happen with. And so she told me she was leaving, and we basically spent the whole session talking about, how it makes me feel, and like how I feel. And she asked me if I was angry with her, if I felt like I was being abandoned, if I was sad, like how I felt. And I told her, I was like, well, I don't really know how I feel 100% right now, because like you just sprung it on me. Like I need to kind of process it. I need to kind of talk it out with myself. And I'm definitely not angry. I can say that for a fact. I'm not angry. And it makes me sad to think that people probably are angry with her. She's probably got patients that are angry with her. And that's really shitty. Because I feel like her job is to not be bothered by that, you know? She's a therapist. And I was even saying this to her, like, in a simple sense, I'm the customer and you're the business, and I'm paying you, and now you're telling me that you won't service me? That's not the word. But you won't be there, you know, like you won't work with me anymore. And so I can imagine that there are people who are angry with her, which is fucked up. And of course she's telling me, she's like, you're entitled to feel angry. If you're angry, you're angry. But I just don't look at it that way. You know, she's a person. And yes, she is a professional and this and that, but it's like when people call you and you work in a call center and they're like, I'm not mad at you, it's just fuck you and fuck the company you work for and your pieces of, you know, but I'm not mad at you, sweetie. If you've ever said that to someone, newsflash, they took it personally because you're an asshole. Definitely not angry with her. And I told her, I was like, I just feel like it's pointless feeling anyway about it because there's nothing I can do. And I have no control over it. It is what it is. So what's the point of me being sad or mad or angry or this or that? Like, it just is what it is, and being sad isn't going to change it. And of course she's like, yeah, but if it is how you feel, it's how you feel. And so by the end of the session I told her, I was like, you know, I guess if you wanted me to label it. And I told her, I sometimes get nervous about labels because on one hand, It's nice, it's good, it's, you know, like if I know that what I'm feeling, for example, is anxiety, and then I look up anxiety and I'm like, yep, that sounds like what I'm going through. Okay, how to cope with anxiety. You know, if you know what you're dealing with, you know, you can look up ways to treat it and take care of it. At the same time, sometimes I don't like labels because I feel like it, like, what if it's not the right label, but I made it fit, and then I was treating, you know, like when we Google our symptoms online, and it's like, oh, I have a cold, but what if you don't actually have a cold, you have a sinus infection, and you're treating it as a cold, you're not actually treating the problem. And so that's why sometimes, like, labels make me a little like, I don't know if I'm ready to label it yet. But I did tell her, I said, if you want me to label what I'm feeling or categorize it, abandon is probably how I would say I feel. And that's, I felt bad saying that because she's been with me through a lot of abandonment talk, and this friend that I lost made me feel abandoned for this reason, or this person who left me in this sense made me feel abandoned for this reason. And so to tell someone they're making you feel that way, but it's not, like, she's not, nothing that's happening is malicious. It's a life choice, it's a career choice, and because I look at her as a friend, so to speak, I want her to, I want her to succeed. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I guess abandoned. And I told her that, you know, one of my biggest fears that I struggle with, it's like a couple, they're married. You have, like, abandonment and being left behind. And what goes with that is being forgotten. And I have a fear of being forgotten. And side note, this is going to make me sound crazy, but whenever I think about that, whenever I think about being forgotten, I think about serial killers. Because, like, haven't you ever, like, watched, I don't know, something about Ted Bundy or whatever, and, like, you know, like, I want to be famous or infamous, or I want, you know, I want everyone to know my name. Well, fucking everyone knows Ted Bundy. But, like, I think about serial killers like, well, if I don't want to be forgotten, I could just kill everybody. Okay, Libby, that's fucked up. But here's what I think about. Not killing everybody, but what the fuck is wrong with me? 1 minute you're crying, 1 minute you're laughing, the next minute you're making jokes about murder. Welcome to my channel. So, yeah, so I told her, I was like, for me it goes hand in hand. It's like step 1, leave. Step 2, forget about me. This is also going to sound crazy. I don't fucking care if you think I'm crazy. But I told her, I go, there is a part of me. Her name is Carol. For like a twinge of a second, she goes, Libby, you're sure this isn't just like some elaborate plan to get rid of you and, like, not have to work with you anymore? Okay, the answer is no, I don't. But it does cross your mind, you know? Have you ever had that where it's like, for just a second you wonder, like, how long have you been thinking about trying to get away from me? I think that fear comes from 2 places. I had a best friend in high school. I don't know if I've ever talked about her. I think I have. She, like, wrote me this letter, 2 pages front and back. I still have it. It's in my bedside table drawer. I don't fucking know why that's where it is, but it is. And somewhere in there she says, like, I've been thinking about this for a while. And then it also brings me back to my high school boyfriend, who, we're cool. Like, no ill feelings, obviously, like, but I remember when he broke up with me, he had told me like something about like he had been thinking about it for a while, or he had been feeling that way for a while. And it's just like, so then you think back to, you know, last week when we went to the movies, having a good date night and like cuddles and kisses and popcorn, and you were thinking about dumping me. And so, like, I sound like I'm still angry. And so I think that's where that fear comes from, is at a young age when my, you know, frontal lobe, I don't know what I'm talking about, but like at a young age when I was, you know, learning trust and betrayal, and forming relationships and shit like that, my boyfriend, my first love, and my best friend, not at the same time, but like, you know, made me feel betrayed. So, thanks guys. You're responsible for this. I'm kidding. I don't believe that kind of shit. We are our own people. I mean, like, people play a role, but... Okay, wow. Another time, Libby, another time. Hi, Mama Bear! Oh, the light of my life. Come here. Come here. Okay, fuck you. Hi, Monkey! Why do I have two dogs and I call them by other animal names? I don't know. Mind your business. Sansa! Come here, Monkey! Come here. No one's seen you for a while. Up! Come on, keep coming. Keep coming. Come on. Oh, this is gonna be... Okay, fine. I love you so much. You make me so happy. Okay. Miss you. I'm annoyed with myself right now because this could have been a really good video with a really good topic, but I'm all over the place, aren't I? I feel like it's just... It's just a really weird loss that I'm feeling right now. As my therapist put it, she's like, you know, you have this safe place that you came to, you know, every week or whatever, and it's gone now. So she referred me to a couple other therapists, and I told her, I was like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna go. I might take some time off. And she was like, well, you've always been such an advocate for therapy. I told her, I was like, I know, I guess to put it in a relatable sense, it's like breaking up with someone. I mean, we've been together for over 2.5 years, almost 3. Like, I'm not gonna just go out with someone right after. I did that in high school, and it did not work out well. And there's a part of me that's like, kind of being a brat. Like, fine, I just won't go to therapy. Take that. And again, like, oh, that'll solve it. That'll show her. But it's just, if I'm having an open, honest conversation, like that was kind of my instinct. And I think it comes from a place of protection. It comes from a place of, and actually the way my therapist put it was, like, why am I going to open up to someone else if they're just going to leave too? And it's so not fair to put her in that category. And I think maybe that's why I don't want to say it, because, you know, it makes it true if I say that, like, yeah, this is how I feel. Because the people I have in my life, or I've had in my life, who are in that category of they just left, they hurt me and then they left, those weren't amicable breakups. Those were endings of friendships, and I'm just sad. I'm so sad. That is the conclusion that I've come to. That is the feeling. That's the label. I'm sad. Like, I'm gonna miss her, and I think about things like you know, Sean and I want to have a kid. And so it's like, okay, so I could get pregnant this year, that's the goal. But she won't be there for me to tell. And like, there's this part of me that it makes me feel like, again, going back to like the relationship example, there's a part of me that feels like, you know, like your boyfriend's gonna go do summer abroad or whatever, go to Italy for a year, and I'm over here like, and he's telling me, you know, we should break up, it's not fair to you, you should see other people, and I'm over here like, I'll wait. Like, I'll wait for you to come back. So yeah. That's what's going on with me. I'm gonna see her one more time because this last week was gonna be my last week, and then we were gonna go to the new office. And so then when we were talking on Thursday and everything, she was like, do you think it would be helpful if you came in for my last day here? I was like, yeah, it'd give me like closure. I was gonna write her a letter, say the things that I can't say to her face. I'm in love with you. Just kidding. I just make that joke because I feel like it sounds a little single white female with me. And I'm saying some things that I guess like I'm assuming you might be wondering. Just like me saying like, you know, oh, if we get pregnant and I can't tell her, like, well, do you have her number? Or yeah, but it's like weird. Like, do you stay in touch? Because at the end of the day, it is a patient doctor relationship, and you know, God, I fucking have hair on my face. I can feel it. And so it's like, what's appropriate, what's not, what's, because you know, people are fucking shitty and sue their doctors and or I don't even know, and like say that, because what my therapist knows, if she's watching this, she knows why that thought's in my head. Or she's watching this, she's like, no fucking clue, Libby. But you know. That too. So, I don't think she watches my videos, because again, like, I would think, like, I don't care. I feel like she would get to know me in a different way if she did. I do sound really single white female right now. But, again, like, is that inappropriate kind of thing? So, like, maybe because she knows I make them, and, like, maybe she's never sought them out because that, like, she wouldn't be allowed to kind of thing. That's what I mean. But in my letter, I was going to tell her, like, if you're ever curious, you know, wonder how Libby's doing, here's my YouTube channel. That sounds so dumb. I know it sounds dumb. It's just, yeah. That's what's going on with me. Is that what this is? This isn't my typical, like, give you, not advice, but, you know, here's what you can take out of this video. It isn't. I just wanted to update you guys on something really big that's happening in my life. I'm just sad. I'm just bummed. And I'm just bummed. I don't know. I'm not gonna like over explain it. I'm just sad because I'm losing a friend. So yeah. I'll update you maybe on my last session. I don't know, I might not, because like who knows, it might not be anything worth talking about. But when I do go back to therapy, I'll update you on that. I am going to keep going. I do think it's important. I don't know. This just really fucking sucks. It's just so weird. Like, I wish I could explain what this feels like, but it's just fucking weird. It's weird. I'm losing someone who's a friend but not a friend. She knows all these stories about a lot of you, but she's never met you, she's never seen a photo of you, she's never, it's like, she just lives in this compartment of my life, and she's gonna be gone, and, like, I don't want to say it feels like a death, but it kind of does. I don't know. I keep thinking about how it must feel for her. Like, that's gotta be so hard. You have these clients that you've been seeing for how many years, and you have to hand them off to other people. And it's like, you could be handing them off to your best friend, and you're like, you're not gonna do as good a job flying at them. And you don't get to hear about their lives. Which, who knows, maybe for some, maybe like for some people it's like, oh my god. But like, I'm sure it isn't for most, and by one you have to tell all of them, like, I'm leaving, so I'm doing this to you, like, I'm making you feel that way. Like, for me, when I say, like, I'm sad, like, does she look at it like, so I'm making you sad, and she's not, but yes, what she's doing is affecting me and making me sad. So that's just really gotta fucking suck for her. It makes me sad for her. Oh, I'm starting crying again. I sobbed on my way home on Thursday. Like, I knew I was upset. I held it together and we talked about it. But then I got into my car and I started, like, I tried to call my mom, she didn't answer, and I called my sister and she didn't answer, and I called Sean, he didn't answer. He was at work at least. Actually, my sister was too. But anyway, yeah. And I just kind of started talking out loud to myself and thinking about it, and I lost it. I'm gonna miss her so much, and I don't know. It's just kind of like, it's just uneasy, like, So, I'm gonna go, mostly because I kind of feel sick again. I'm not pregnant. I'm just gonna say that. Like, I don't know, maybe none of you even thought that, but like, because I do feel nauseous right now, and you're probably like, there's most definitely blood coming out of me. I'm on my period. I'm sorry. I know. Overshare, Libby. I'm trying to eat. I'm fucking sorry, but it's normal. It's natural. Yeah. God, I fucking feel like death. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry. I'm just sad. Okay, so I'm gonna go, because this is sad and depressing and probably not fun for you. Okay, yeah, so, gosh, what is wrong with me? Yeah, I'm gonna go wash my face and watch TV. I'm trying to, like, get it together so I can say goodbye. Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being there for me. So, yeah. Until next time, this is so depressing. Like, I'm sad and I'm also, like, laughing because what is happening right now? Bye. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Bye bye.